hope that incredible things are happening in your faithful pursuit of God. Thankful for our time together. Thankful that we get to get into the Word and see how it applies to our lives together. And so today, what I want to do is look at 1 Corinthians 10:31. Paul's writing to the church in Corinth, and he says, in whatever you do, in whatever you eat, whatever you drink, in whatever you do, wherever you find yourself, do all to the glory of God. And I think one of the challenges to believers and unbelievers alike in attaining this task, in living for the glory of God, is that we compartmentalize our lives. Tozer puts it well and says that we segment our lives into the spiritual and into the secular. That we separate our lives and do say, like, this is our ministry and this is our church life and this is what we're going to do over here, and these are the things I can say and the things I can't say in this space, and over here this is my worldly life, this is my secular life, this is my life apart from the church, and these are the things I can say and these are the things I can't do, and these are the things that I am over here, and those are different than these things over here in the church. And that's okay to look differently in those different spaces. But what Paul is pushing for here is a unified life. And more often than not, I think we see our lives as segmented and compartmentalized, whether we consciously or subconsciously put them into these different compartments and say, this is what I'm like here, and this is what I can think here, and this is how this is what I allow into my life in these different spaces. We fail to see our lives as one. You know, Paul says, in whatever you do, wherever you find yourself, do all of it to the glory of God. Your church stuff and your world stuff. So whether you're at the movies, or whether you're in worship, whether you're at a ministry, or whether you're having a conversation, or whether you're tweeting, whatever you're doing, at a coffee shop, at dinner, hang out with friends, whatever you're doing, do all to the glory of God. We can't see our lives as the spiritual and the secular. We can't afford to be one way at church and be another at work. We can't allow that. We can't allow ourselves to be one way at a ministry and one way with our worldly friends. It doesn't work. You can't have your feet in two different worlds, and you can't seek to please two different masters, because one's going to fall by the wayside, and certainly it's going to be the one that is harder to please. It's going to be the road that is hardest to walk. So I hope that you are conscious in choosing what you're going to give yourself to, and that you're conscious in allowing your life to be unified under one banner, allowing yourself to be unified under God and what He would have for you and the people around you. That's what we need to be about. We can't see our lives in different pieces. It's one. And just as our life is one, it needs to be owned by one. It needs to be governed by one, Jesus Christ. So I hope that you're ready to do that. I hope that I'm ready to do that. I want to give God my all. I want to give God my life. And I hope that you want to do the same. I want to see lives transformed through God's work in me. And again, I hope the same for you. We can't afford to see our lives in two different spaces. I can't act one way in the church and one way in the world. I need to be unified under Christ, and I need to look differently than the world. Certainly, be a believer and contend for Christ in the world, but I need to look differently than it. So I hope that we begin to see our lives as one, united under one banner, one truth, one grace, one gospel, one love, and that would change our lives, the way we act, the way we think, what we do. We can't compartmentalize. We can't compartmentalize. It's about one. It's about Jesus. It's in whatever area of life. You know, your church life and your worldly life aren't going to be judged separately. Your life as one is going to be judged and seen by others and by Christ especially. So do that. Be unified, and be unified with other believers as we go and fight this fight that's not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual powers at work among us. So be blessed and go do awesome things for Jesus because he's worth it. And he wants you and your heart to be sold out for him wherever you find yourself.